The 2010 film Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, starring Michael Douglas and Shia LaBeouf. Well, the title was very correct. Money doesn't sleep. It works 24/7, and for most of that time we are going to be in bed or at work. So isn't it very frustrating when you miss out on all those big good trading moves in the price action, especially in crypto, where quite often I see the moves when I'm asleep happening. But there is a solution. It's called trading bots. Now you're starting to think, well, I need a huge amount of programming skills, or I've got to buy some expensive system to do that. No, not at all. This video I'm going to show you in 5 easy steps how you can get on the road to what we call algorithmic trading using this trading bot software, linking into your crypto exchange, and then coming up with a simple strategy to start making money 24/7 while you are asleep. So sounds great. Let's get into the detail. So step 1 is to open yourself an exchange trading account where you can play around with your cryptos. Now before you go jumping off and opening up an account, not all software, that's the trading bot software, is compatible with the exchanges. So you have to make sure that your broker exchange is compatible with the software. Now I'm using Binance here and it is 100% compatible. We'll also see a list of other ones where you can find out whether yours is compatible when we go into the trading bot software shortly. But for this example I'm going to use Binance. I do use other exchanges as well, but Binance will offer you the biggest amount of, one of the biggest amount of coins to be trading, and it's got a lot of liquidity. It works very nicely when you're trying to get in and out of trades very quickly, and it's one of the more stable exchanges around at the moment. So if you want to give Binance a go, I'll put a link in the description below. But if you want to use your own, when we get to the trading bot software, make sure you have the compatibility there. So with that, let's move on to the trading bot software and step 2. Now step 2 is all about getting our hands on the trading bot software. Now there's a lot of companies out there that provide this sort of kit. I've played around with most of them. If you go to my website www.TheStopHunter.co.uk, you can see some alternatives to this one, and this one we're going to use something called 3 commas. It's one I use a lot in my own personal trading. Found them to be very reliable, very affordable, and allow you to do so many things that previously, if you didn't have the programming knowledge, you just would not be able to do this sort of trading. So it does open up a whole new sphere for many types of trader. And we got the website in front of us where you can see the detail, the plans that you can get. Got 3 plans. If you're just beginning, the $14.50 per month one's not bad. If I was going to start from fresh, I would probably go for the middle one, $24.50. But if you do get advanced, you want to run countless strategies, link it into your trading view accounts, create countless bots doing all sorts of magical things, then the pro strategy at $49.50 is still pretty good value. So I'm going to use 3 commas here. Like I say, it offers so many avenues for this type of trading. It links into a lot of exchanges. It gives me stats, data, analysis. Really like it. And with that, let's move on now and get to stage 3, which is putting the exchange and the software, the bot software, together, which is the important link, so the two talk to each other, so we can send signals to our from our bot to our exchange, so the trades can be executed. So step 3 is about linking the CryptoBot software to the exchange so they can talk to one another. So you've opened up your 3 commas bit of kit, and you're going to see a page like this, and we want the exchanges tab. Now as you can see, these are the different exchanges available, and they do offer a good selection, but like I said, we're going to use Binance, and we're going to use that, like I said, for the previous reasons of liquidity, number of assets to trade, and some other variables. So what you'd want to do, and it's the same process for all of them by the way, click on Binance, and then what we need is an API key and an API secret key. Then we hit that connect button, and then we are off and running in terms of the connection. So let's just go over to Binance and show you how to get those 2 variables. So we're in Binance. We go to your own sort of drop down area where all your information is kept. We scroll down to where it says API management. All we then do is create an API. We give it a name. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 just for argument's sake. We create that API. Only takes a few moments. Then we will need an authenticator code to type in there, and email verification codes. Very good on security, which is what we want to see, especially when we're talking to an external factor with the 3 commas software. And once we put in that bit of security, all we need then do is copy the API key and the secret key, copy them back into the 3 commas area, which we will into there and there, hit connect, and off you go. That's it. So you're now talking to one another through the Binance and 3 commas software. The next stage is to create our first bot. So like I said, there really is thousands of different ways or strategies, ideas you can employ. Now we've got our hands on the bot software. Now to me this is much better than spending a lot of money on a black box bot where you really don't know what the code is, and you're in the hands of a organisation somewhere in the world that you can't get in touch. We've got control here over what we create, and because of that, like I said, the world's our oyster, and once you get more experienced in this sort of thing, you can come up with all sorts of different angles in to make you money while you're asleep at work or just sitting here watching your PC. Now for this example, I'm going to create a really simple, quite popular bot that uses the RSI when it becomes oversold. So it's sort of like a buying the dip opportunity in a short time frame, and it will just run and run until we tell it not to. So if I wanted to do that, all I would do is go down on my sidebar here. I would click on the DCA bot button, and that's going to bring me to the setup area for there. But if you notice, there are other types of bots: grid bot, hodl bot, options bot, and you can even buy bots from other members of the 3 commas world. And under the bots we get the deals that we've been doing, history and presets, a lot of information there for you. So let's get on with constructing our first bot. So you're going to come on to a page like this, and you see I've got lots of bots set up and running already, and we can see enable one's disabled, short, long, Binance. I've connected Binance futures as well, so you can do that as well if you want to get leverage. But we want to create our first bot. We're keeping it simple. We go up to the create button up the top there on the right, click that, and we're going to just click create a new DCA bot. We're not actually going to use a DCA bot. I'm slightly tweaking the DCA bot setup to just give us a single trade that comes in on a set of variables. So what we would do is we would name it, we'll just call it test 1, 2, 3 for the purposes of this. We select our exchange. You can see the ones I've got mapped there. If we want multi-pairs, which if we want to focus on a broader spectrum of assets, then I recommend you hit that button. If you just want to look at, say, Bitcoin on its own, just use that. Next step, this is where we start to select our coins. Now, depending on how you're funding your crypto account, we can do them versus, Bitcoin, BNB, USDT. The choices are ours. I do a lot of mine against USDT, and literally, let's just for argument's sake just pick a couple for this experiment. We do ape, and we can then add in Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's as easy as this when you want to add your trades. Let's throw that 1 inch in as well. So we got 4 there. Can keep going if we wanted to. And next step, we've got to decide on the size of the trade, and let's say we're going to risk $10 on the trade. So that it's good again because you can trade, change the size to run automatically. It's going to give you a minimum there. We're going to be long only, and we're quoting in USDT, and we can switch to market or limit orders. Depends what you want to do there. I'm going to go with market. I want to go straight in. Maybe a bit more risky if you're looking at more illiquid assets, and we can say, well, we've got enough money in our pot, we want out of those assets that we pick 2 open trades at any one time. Then we will go next step, and how this is a key criteria. So this is the condition for starting the whole trade off. So we don't want to manually open it, so we click down here, and there's some presets here. Now if you've got TradingView, you can build your own custom signals through there, and I'll do other videos on that later, but again, we are just making this as simple as possible. We are using the RSI, which is a very popular indicator in this world. It's the 7-period RSI, and we can pick our time frame that we want to use for the chart analysis. So I'm going to go for 5 minutes, and we wanted to buy the dip, so we need that number under 30, but I like to trade it when it crosses back up through 30, and that really is our deal start condition. So we're now potentially in the trade if we get there. Now we're not having any safety orders. That's a dollar cost averaging DCA thing, so we can set that to 0, and what you can see is over here the amount of money that we're going to be using for our strategy. So this one's only going to use $21, very, very small indeed. So we can zero those out if you want. I think it's probably going to tell me that that's got to be the 0.2. It doesn't make a difference, but let's see, it's thinking about it. So we've done that. Do we want to stop loss? Well, if you did want to stop loss, and I recommend this especially with futures, then you can type that in there. We're not going to do a stop loss for this strategy. I've back tested it, we don't need to. Then the next step is, where do we get out of the trade? So again, this is where your skills as the trader analyst come in. You've analysed the markets, you think, actually, I'm not going to be greedy, I'm just going to take every 0.5% move in the price, and it's going to close out when that price moves 0.5%. so you can see here you've got different options. It tells you more about what these variables are. Now I like to trail the stop, so if it does get to that 0.5% level, I'm going to have a trailing stop that will then, instead of closing that out, it'll follow it up until then that gets taken out at that deviation. Again, you can change those inputs, and then we go next. We're not going to worry about any advanced settings. Notice here also down the side there's other similar bots created by these guys, and they're the sort of returns they're getting on the setup that I've just put in to this here. Now all you have to do is then hit create bot. It spins round, there we go, there's that warning I thought might come up, not be 0.2, so it's highlighted in red where the error is. Again, this one's not going to affect the setup in any way. Go back to create bot. There we go. Now if you want to go actually live, you hit that start button and it's going, and then that would lead you on to the next step, step 5, the final step, which is go and do your day job, go to work, go to sleep, do whatever you want, go and play golf, let it run. For this purpose I don't want this live here on my system, so I'm going to close it, but all of that information that we've typed in comes in this summary here. Explore it, see what it says, get to understand it, and then if we go to the DCA bots, until you want to go live it will be classed as disabled, and then all you need to do from there it is test 1 2 3. It's not active. If you want to turn it on at any time, just click that status button and it will turn it on for you. And like I say, that's it. So you're up and running on your first ever crypto trading bot. Now remember, this is just an example. It's just to help you with the process of getting set up in this space, to show you that there's nothing to worry about in terms of coding or complex IT issues. It is all straightforward. It just requires you to do a bit of upfront investigation, analysis, come up with that strategy, that edge, and then use the tools inside Free Commas to map it out. And then, like I say, step 5, sit back and relax, and it is as simple as that. Now step 5 is the nice easy part. Go to the beach, break open the golf sticks, do the day job, get some sleep, let the bot do its job 24/7. That's the beauty of it all. But seriously though, if you are running these bots, never just leave them to run on their own. Make them part of your trading plan. That is, review them, say weekly, daily, up to you. You might want to be changing the assets on a regular basis. Like I say, make it part of the trading process. Well, I hope that you have found this a useful video. It's shown you how easily you can create a bot and maybe change your financial lifestyle through such a process. Remember, in the video today, it's just examples to get you started, showing you the process, that 5 easy steps to getting on board, showing you that you don't need massive amounts of programming skills or computer skills. It's just a case of going through a step-by-step process, doing your prior research and analysis on what you think moves, how far it moves by, where the price goes to, what indicators, etc., etc. to use, and then piecing that together within the software, mapping the exchange, and off you go. Now in future videos I'll be going into this topic in more detail, and if you've got questions for me, put them in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you. If you've got recommendations or other stuff you want to see around the bot world, let me know. I do a lot of this sort of trading, so hopefully I can help you. I also put links in to the description below for Binance and 3 Commas if you want to set things up the way I've got here. And if you want to talk even more and in much more minute detail in an easier space, then we run a Discord channel on the TheStopHunter Traders Club, and it's free for everyone and all welcome. And like I say, you can ask away what you like. So again, link in the description below. So with that, if you like today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons, and all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.